Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much. Merry Christmas to all. It's what coming up in a day or so. And thank you very much for your support always to my super chat. Thank you. We have a lot to talk about, and it looks like Republicans are finally fighting back. Looks like they're finally showing some kind of, I don't want to say unity, but they're fighting back. Whether you really want a border wall or you just want Republicans to fight back, it's good. It shows the establishment Republicans that Trump and politicians on the Republican side, aligned with Trump, have the pulse of what's going on among conservatives and Trump voters. Now, again, my thing is not like I'm not, dying for a wall. However, I would like a wall if Democrats can negotiate some kind of deal to where they get dreamers to become citizens. But see, they don't even want to do that. I mean, they're at the best point right now to negotiate. Trump wants the wall. There's a government shutdown. They could get major concessions from Republicans, from President Trump, especially on dreamers, perhaps even more than that. But they don't want to negotiate. It's all ego. They don't like a wall. They like a fence. They have no problem with Obama deporting 2.5 million people. And their whole thing is, well, you can't give Obama, you can't give Trump his wall. You can't give him a victory. Meanwhile, I have friends who are dreamers who say, hey, listen, we hope President Trump helps us. Not we hope Pelosi helps us. I just want to show you this. This is a Politico article. NCLR head, Obama deporter in chief. This is in 2014. President Barack Obama has lost the nation's largest Latino advocacy organization. The National Council of La Raza is set to declare Obama the deporter in chief and demand that he take unilateral action to stop deportations. Notice there was no abolish ICE movement among the Democratic base when it was Obama. They don't have a value system. They don't have a value system. They don't have a value system at all. This is, I just tweeted this out. 2014 Politico. And NCLR, the nation's largest Latino advocacy organization, has been the last significant progressive grassroots immigration reform organization publicly defending the White House immigration stance. NCLR President Janet Murguia will on Tuesday night demand Obama put a halt to his administration's deportations, which he did not put a halt to eventually. This is in 2014. For the president, I think his legacy is at stake here. We consider him the deportation president or the deporter in chief. By April, Obama will have overseen more than 2 million deportations. Activists say far more than any previous president. And do you know how they defend this? They say, well, part of the deportations were just kicking people back into the desert. It wasn't only people who were living here that were forced out of the country. Obama actually just kicked people back into the desert. So you see, he's moral. They're completely warped. By April, Obama will have overseen more than 2 million deportations. Obama has insisted, including when he was interrupted by a protester, that Congress has tied his hands and he cannot reduce the number of people being deported unilaterally. Oh, okay. It's okay when he says that, but when Trump says anything close to that, oh my God. Meanwhile, you have Kamala Harris, who is like trying to um, compare ICE to the most ridiculous things, or make ridiculous comparisons to ICE and the most horrible extreme groups. Latino groups are planning a series of mass demonstrations April 5th. Notice how any demonstrations during the Obama administration that were not happy, that were condemning Obama's policies, it wasn't the resistance. Notice that it wasn't the resistance. And I'll get to an article where Obama was actually, at this point in his presidency, far outpacing Trump in terms of deportations. NCLR has been privately urging the White House for months to do something about deportations, which will soon number 2 million since Obama took office. The group was also using its megaphone to blame Congress. Just 3 weeks ago, called for an end to unnecessary deportations. We respectfully disagree with the president on his ability to stop unnecessary deportations. He can stop tearing families apart. Oh, okay. So it was Obama also who tore families apart. I thought it was only Trump. He can stop tearing family. He can stop throwing communities into chaos. He can stop throwing communities and businesses into chaos. He can stop turning a blind eye to the harm being done. He has the power to stop this. This is all towards Obama. He does have the power. Failure to act will be a shameful legacy on this president. Unfortunately, liberals don't care. Liberals don't care. The left doesn't care. The left doesn't care. As long as they can condemn, as long as they can pretend. And this is another thing also. There's this outrage thing. It's so easy. I was thinking about the other day. You know how, like, you hear, oh my God, he said this joke, she said this joke. It's so easy. You simply, if you're a comedian and you have some kind of presence, you simply say, take a hike. I don't care what you say. I'm going to do my act, and that's it. It's really easy. At the end of the day, a lot of this is just control. A lot of it is not about morality. It's about control, and it's about politics, and it's about other things. It's about things other than morality. Just simply, you can just simply, if you're a comedian, you could just simply say, you know what, shove it. I don't care about the outrage, and just go along with your day. Like, for example, who was it? Kevin Hart. Okay, first of all, a tweet from 10 years ago. I mean, Joy Reid had blog posts, and she blamed the Russians, and then she actually apologized for her blog posts, but she didn't get fired. She had homophobic blog posts. You have other people who shall remain nameless, who had racist and sexist blog posts. And Kevin Hart was okay. Oh, he apologized for tweets 10 years back. It's like when are these people going to simply say? And this is not like people at risk of getting deplatformed. They're multi-millionaires. They're multi-millionaires. Just simply say, take a hike. I don't care about your outrage. I'm not. And I wrote on Kevin Hart's tweet when he was apologizing. I said, look, you're not a hate-filled person. You're not a hate-filled person. Don't apologize for something that you don't need to apologize for. If you said something in jest, or you weren't serious, or whatever, you were somewhat serious, but you've evolved, whatever. You don't need the most decrepit, disingenuous, immoral, unethical, duplicitous people are on the left. This is the morality police that have no idea about they don't know what the concept of hypocrisy is. They call it whataboutism. Yeah, that's the point. What about somebody you defend that does worse than what you're condemning? That's the point. Everyone should engage in whataboutism. Everyone should engage in whataboutism. It's a great thing. And you had Jimmy Kimmel, who performed in blackface, making fun of NBA players. It's like these people, they just need a big celebrity to stand up. We're waiting for that. America, the world is waiting. Okay, comedy is almost dead. Movies have already, I don't want to get into movies. Every remake has been mangled to the point of absurdity. Not going to even get into that. It's like, stand up. If you have the means to stand up, let's say you are a, world-renowned, multi-million-dollar comedian or musician or actor, just bust a James Woods, And then, because the thing is, they're afraid of not getting hired anymore. That's the thing. So it's like this giant cult that says, like, if you say something, you'll never get hired again for a movie. It's like, well, not really. If you're in demand, and if you have a large segment of the population who stands with you, and by the way, I'm not saying a person should stand by a hate-filled comment. What I'm saying is, if a person apologizes and says, hey, if I said something to offend anyone, I'm sorry, but I'm going to continue my act. Like Kevin Hart should never have not, gone to the awards. I forgot which awards it was, but he should never have stopped hosting the awards. He should have simply said, look, I apologize if I offended anyone. And, I've changed my mentality. Do what Joanne Reed did. Oh, well, I've evolved, or whatever. Do what Hillary Clinton does all the time. She actually made a racist joke the other day. But that's the thing. It's like, it's not about, there's no forgiveness, which is why there's nothing righteous. There's nothing righteous about the left. Condemnation without forgiveness is evil. If you condemn only, if you only condemn, and you see this on Twitter all the time, if you only condemn, but you don't at least have some semblance of forgiveness or compassion, and you live only to just put people down and to raise yourself up as other people, are wallowing in despair. Like, I think that what they did to Roseanne Barr was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Yes, okay, it was a bad tweet. Fine. But in this society, and she apologized. Oh, well, it was a long history of tweets. That's the rebuttal. What about a long history of actual political and verbal examples of racism and prejudice from Hillary Clinton? She called Mahatma Gandhi, and this is a while back, a gas station attendant. So this is on in YouTube. You can find that clip. She's forgiven for all her indiscretions. So there is no standard. There's no standard. There's just no standard. So Donald Trump is deporting fewer people than Barack Obama did. There you go. But nobody, see, this is The Economist. The reality is that with all the rhetoric, they just wanted to hurt Trump. They just want to hurt Trump. They don't care. They're like rabid. Frank, all this crap about a 16-year plan to destroy America, but she didn't win. I can guarantee if Hillary was elected POTUS in 2016, we wouldn't be chatting right now. Merry Christmas to all. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Merry Christmas to all. Thank you. Thank you, Frank. Clinton is presiding, has fueled the biggest temper tantrum in world history through the media, in media history, in global media history. This is nothing more than a temper tantrum. And this is nothing more than it's just they're so infused with like hate and anger and frustration. Every SNL like skit, every late night talk show, it's all this moralizing, nauseating. Oh my God. I had to deal with this with a bunch of my friends on this, one of my buddies who I just, HA, I just, what he's doing to the environment, for a guy like me who really cares about the planet. And then I texted him in a group text. I said, "Oh yeah? Oh, okay. Here's a Forbes article. Here's a CNN article. Here's another article. Obama, the oil president. Obama, largest expansion of oil production and gas production in U.S. history. Tell us more about the planet." You have Obama, who presides over the largest expansion of oil and gas production in U.S. history. Obama, who deported more people than any other president in U.S. history. Obama, who sent Americans abroad to failed interventions. Tell us how wonderful Obama is. Oh my God. He's so great. Oh my God. And that's it. I mean, they don't, there's no shame. There's no, they just, oh, what aboutism? Yeah, that's the point. You don't care. You defend President Obama and then you condemn Trump for actually deporting less people, for actually doing the same things. See, when you condemn one person and you don't condemn somebody on your side, you're a hypocrite. It's not whataboutism. That's not, there's no such thing as that word. It's called ignoring your mistakes, your faults, your disingenuous behavior, your duplicitous behavior. You say one thing and do another. You're a hypocrite, while focusing on everyone else, all the while pretending you're moral, which you're not. The most immoral people, I'm not even going to get into the exploitation of individuals. I'm not even going to get into. There is this story going around about I'm not even going to get into it on the live stream, but it is exploitation and the most horrific example of exploitation that I've ever seen. Donald Trump is deporting fewer people than Obama did. Wow, look at that. On the morning of October 4th. Okay, so yet figures released by Department of Homeland Security on December 5th show the total number of deportations has declined over the past fiscal year. And then it goes on to explain that Trump is deporting fewer immigrants than Obama did. Oh, and I love how it's a testament to President Donald Trump's capacity for malice that his deportation policy has terrified more while deporting less. This is hilarious. That's a good way to That's a really good way of spinning things. So this is Bloomberg's opinion. They try to find some way to spin the fact that Obama deported more people at this time in his presidency. Arrests by his administration, Immigration and Customs Enforcement in 2017 were about half what they were during the peak years 2010, 2011. Wow. So Trump deports half, and oh my God, his malice. Oh, his capacity for malice. Jeez. What a nauseating, hilarious. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like they're tripping over themselves too. They're like just trying any way possible to justify. How are these two sentences right next to each other? This is hilarious. For Rhonda, Iowa girl. For $20, Alex, I will take. I hate all Dems. Who is the 2016 Democratic nominee? Rhonda, Iowa girl. Thank you. Thank you. Rhonda, Iowa girl. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Rhonda, Iowa girl, tell me what you think of this. So it's this is a Bloomberg article. Why Trump deports fewer immigrants than Obama? Okay, that's should be, from a liberal perspective, a good thing, right? It should be a good thing. That should embarrass Obama voters. It should embarrass Democrats. But instead of embarrassing Democrats, they spin it. They spin the first line spins the reality. And then here's the reality. It's a testament to President Donald Trump's capacity for malice. Oh, his capacity for malice. That his deportation has terrified more while deporting less. Yes, because Bloomberg and everyone else talked to the Atlantic article where Obama's officials allowed children to fall into the hands of traffickers. This is the Atlantic, or no, the New York Magazine. Yes, tell us more about your research that you did about how there's so much less malice with Obama, even though he deported twice as many people. Arrests by Trump's administration, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. So you want to abolish ICE when they're deporting half as many people as when they were deporting during the Obama years. Oh, that makes sense. Leave it to Democrats to want to deport. Arrests by his administration and Customs Enforcement in 2017 were about half of what they were during Obama's peak years. What was that? Half? Are you kidding me? So you didn't want to oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. So you just didn't want to abolish ICE. You didn't want to abolish ICE when you're deporting fewer immigrants. What? Twice as many immigrants under Obama. That's really interesting. Wow. And there you go. That's what they call, ladies and gentlemen, whataboutism. Let's see what else is. In effect, Trump's policies are achieving his goal, frightening undocumented immigrants and heightening risks of deportation. Didn't the article just say, you using words like frightening and malice? But the facts, this is an opinion piece, but they can't spin the reality. They just cannot spin the reality. The reality is that Donald Trump is deporting fewer people than Barack Obama did. Obama at this point deported twice as many people. Obama deported twice as many people. In fact, its lowest level since 2006. So, and meanwhile, it's not like Democrats are like, "Oh, well, let's it's not like Democrats are like, "Oh, let's negotiate a deal." Agent Pepsi. Happy holidays, everyone, and Dems be Dan in the new year. A.G. Whitaker, no plans. Ugh, no plans for special investigator to probe Clinton or Dem voter fraud. Clinton or Dem voter fraud. Where is that? Where is that quote? That just gets me. Special counsel. I can't find that quote, Agent Pepsi. On Yahoo? Okay. Let me see if I can find that. Mm. Whitaker. They're so worried too. It's like what Matthew Whitaker said about Hillary Clinton. Meanwhile, it's like the whole entire political establishment is geared towards taking out Trump. I cannot find it. Not saying it wasn't there. I just can't find it. Let me see if I. Well, the good thing is he won't recuse from the Mueller probe, so that is a good thing. Nice. I know, Brian Daly, I know. So we have a situation where hopefully it extends a long time. And hopefully we get a resolution. I mean, see, this is the thing. It'll just be so interesting how they spin it. And they can actually spin it if they get a concession if they get a concession. If they could just get a concession, meaning like negotiate citizenship for dreamers. This is the time when you can actually get something. If you're a Democrat, you can actually get something huge, but they don't want to concede. What Democrats do is they always say, well, if you elect Republicans, they won't help you in terms of immigration. Meanwhile, Obama deported twice as many people, and Democrats are not negotiating for citizenship. So, but at least this is like, at least this is good for what? What is this even? Oh my God. This is a New York Times article. Women's march roiled by accusations of anti Semitism. Well, there you go. There you go. These are the morality police. You know what? You know what this is all about too. Oh, this is nice. It's one of my buddies who I haven't spoken to in a while and said happy holidays. Let me just. Sorry. Give my love to the family. Well, that's very nice. Rhonda, Iowa girl, because you sued every 10 seconds, pick your battles. I hate Dems. Did I mention that? Rhonda, Iowa girl. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. Rhonda, Iowa girl, because you sued every 10 seconds, pick your battles. That's true. That's true. That's true. I mean, um, that's true. And because you suit every 10 seconds, pick your battles. That yeah, I mean, I think Trump is definitely picking his battles now. Um, once he gets the border wall, once he gets his border wall funding, then maybe on to the next promise, which will be, you know what? Dawn Teskey! Dawn! Dawn Teskey, thank you so very much, Dawn. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Thank you. Yeah, I mean it's Christmas time is upon us. New Year's. Dawn Teskey, thank you. Rhonda, Iowa girl, thank you. Everyone, thank you so very, very much. And it's going to be interesting. 2019 is going to be really, really interesting. And we're gonna. I'm pretty sure. Oh, look at that! The yellow vest going to Canada. That's hilarious. Canada spawns its own yellow vest protest. Oh, here we go. This is the Guardian with extra right wing populism. So, like the liberals in media, like they have to marginalize. They have to marginalize it somehow. So they have to marginalize any discontent with their policies as, oh, well, it's just an anomaly. It's, as you can see here, these are just really bad people voicing their anger. Because really good people wouldn't have voiced their anger like that. Wow. Alan Dershowitz is just taking people to task. Wow. He's going There's going to be a lawsuit on this. So some guy went to try to defame, or some guy accused Alan Dershowitz of something. So now Alan Dershowitz is suing, I believe, from your lying client has no constitutional right maliciously to defame me by falsely accusing me of things I didn't do. Will you accept service on his behalf? Uh-oh. It's on. Oh my God. This is all, what was this about? This is just, you know. So I forgot what this was about. I think it was just like Dershowitz is like the most even, middle of the road. Like he calls it the way he sees it. I would like him to actually just like he bends over backwards not to offend Democrats. And then there's this one guy on Twitter who all he did was like attack him and state things that, Dershowitz didn't say. It's crazy. Bombastic Bushkin. 90% of life destroying heroin. We spend 30 billion on it. 25 billion is a pittance to treat $3 trillion budget. Yep. Did I mention I hate Dems too? Right, that's true. That's true. We have to curb the appetite though here too. That's a big thing. But Bombastic Bushkin, you're right. We have to curb the appetite though. We have to curb the demand. That's important. No, I just shaved my head though, but thanks for asking. Rhonda, Iowa girl, if we get another Supreme Court pick, yep. It looks like it. The Trump legacy is secured. Sorry, Dems. Oh my God. And there's more there are more Republicans, so they can't pull a Kavanaugh. Republicans actually increased their overall strength, believe it or not, because the Senate increasing numbers in the Senate is extremely important. Rhonda, Iowa girl, you're right. I mean, as a Second Amendment advocate, and I'll actually upload a video soon of comparing my California compliant AR and AK. My YouTube representative said, hey, you should go ahead and grow that channel also. So I will. This year, it's like I'm going to be at the range almost every day. I'm not joking. So HA Second Amendment, look out for that. Actually, let me share this with everyone here. HA Second Amendment. I don't know if you have seen, but I have 4,000 subs on this. Please subscribe. I haven't uploaded anything in 4 months, but I will very, very soon. Yeah. I actually got more the other day. Here it is, everyone. Please subscribe. And so Rhonda, Iowa girl, thank you so very much. Bombastic Bushkin, thank you. UFO Talk, HM in New Zealand, when they can't pass a budget, they have to call an election. It's called a loss of supply in parliamentary terms. UFO talk. Yeah. I mean, well, we're used to, we don't, passing a budget is very difficult for us. Um, and it's always a last minute thing. But thank you, UFO talk. Oh, wow. S. Snidely. SS Snidely. S. Snidely. Okay. Yeah. My AR and AK, there's no pistol grip. So there's like a giant fin. There's no detachable stock. There's no forward grip, and there's no flash suppressor. There's no nothing. It's just bare. It's just the bare bones rifle. That's it. Thank you, Rogue Scoundrel. Thank you. Yeah. I'm actually gonna do a lot of great videos. A lot of great videos. Um, but yep. Beyond the Infinite, it does. So yeah. Let's see. Hmm. Then you have, I mean, government that I don't favor any trade deal with fentanyl until they start. Yeah. That's the thing, Americans are so stressed, and it's not like media does anything. This is the problem. This is the problem. It's like Henry Wilson, Jeff Flake has been seen chasing parked cars again. Mastic Bushkin, Henry Wilson, thank you. This is the problem with our society. Everybody is so stressed out because there's no way, there's no people are so divided, and they're divided because, and I'll say, I know that there are people going to say, "Oh my God, here this is so ridiculous." It all goes back to Bill and Hillary Clinton, and here's why. If James Comey had just treated Clinton like any other American, she would have gotten indicted. And I love the people on the left who still try to mock me for saying that she was going to get indicted. They're the ones who should have wanted that. They're kind of exposing themselves as just people who don't even believe their nonsense. People who always gravitates towards the Democratic Party when they don't. They admit they didn't want her to get indicted. UFO talk, I think, for our country, presidential. For our country, um, for our republic, we have the Constitution. So, parliamentary system, I don't think would work here because we're too divided as a nation. And if you give Americans too many choices, we just want we want a lot of choices in the supermarket, but not in politics. Um, Building coalitions is not the hallmark of American politics. So parliamentary system wouldn't be good for us. I guess better for democracy in general. Um, Probably the parliamentary system, probably because you there's an emphasis on coalition building. Although they really ram through their, it's like full steam ahead in terms of policies, though. So I don't know. Um, all of this, everything we've experienced for 2 years, is a temper tantrum because Clinton lost. And she lost because she had the government in her pocket. And we're experiencing all of this stress and anxiety because instead of simply doing what was right, James Comey, plunged this nation into 2 years of nonsense. Rhonda, Iowa girl, you're right. Keep your eyes on the prize. The prize is remaking the court, and I agree with you. And also, the prize for me, also, Rhonda, was bringing home what 10,000 Americans. That's why I supported Trump. That is why. That is why I want Trump to win in 2020. The main reason, and even when I was on the left, and I knew like if I voted for Jill Stein, I knew that would be helping Trump, but I didn't care because at the end of the day, he was less militant than Clinton. But you're right. Keep your eyes on the prize. The prize is remaking the courts. We win there. We remade the court. Exactly. But by the way, what's up with Roberts? Did I mention I hate Dems? Rhonda, Iowa girl, thank you so very much, as always. Yeah, that is the prize. I agree with you on that. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that. One of the prizes, probably the most important. I mean, I became a Second Amendment advocate. I became, you know, a gun owner. So my viewpoint on the Supreme Court changed drastically over the years. But yeah, I mean, you don't see Democrats. What they've done is they've criminalized things that aren't criminal. Speaking to a Russian ambassador suddenly is part of. And BuzzFeed, by the way, won its lawsuit or one of its lawsuits because it was able to say, "Oh, um, it was an ongoing." The judge said it was an ongoing investigation. It was an ongoing investigation. So we were able to publish fake news because it was an ongoing investigation. Now these people are upset. I'm just looking at this. These people are upset at Alan Dershowitz only because he defended. He didn't even really defend. He just stated the reality of what's taking place. Oh my God. Now the Daily Beast is after Alan Dershowitz. This is just. It's like you speak out. They went after even Amy Siskind went after David Pakman, who I don't agree with on a lot, but it's like she called Boston, was it Boston College or Boston University? This is insane. Like you can't call a person's place of work or to have to tell Boston College not to have him back. Like I agree with Pakman on that. That's crazy. The left just devours its own. They're after David Sirota. They're after another journalist, Walker Bragman, great journalist. I mean, they just devour their own. Now they're going after Alan Dershowitz because he had the audacity the audacity to point out that, oh yeah, by the way, you know what? Flynn didn't do anything wrong. Flynn was set up. So now they're going after him. Unbelievable. And this guy, Lawrence Tribe, is like so far into the conspiracy theory called Trump Russia. He's like a fellow, like he's known, I think he's taught with Dershowitz for a long time. Really sad. I just find this like every person, to a much lesser extent, I'm not as well known as these people. They tried to go after me, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out. There's still people still writing hit pieces on me, still talking about me. It's like I don't care. Actually, in a way, helps. In a very real way, helps. That's the thing. Fox is doing a good job saying, you know what, you're not going to intimidate. That's the thing. Like they're going to go after your advertisers. Everyone wants to advertise on Fox or CNN. It's not like if you're selling time, commercials or selling ad time on any major cable station, you're not going to have difficult, it's not going to be difficult to sell the ad time. So if there's a campaign, oh my God, people are still going to watch. It's not like Fox's audience is not going to watch because some liberal advocacy group wants a boycott. Great. So then liberals won't watch, but they already don't watch Fox. So it's like, so they're going after him just because he defended Michael Flynn. And not in terms of, and the guy's like, look, I'm a Democrat. I voted for Clinton. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. If you are, this is so easy too. Like, Karen Camille can't talk to anyone who isn't brainwashed or pro anymore. Thank you, HA. Karen, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's an alternate universe, and like eventually, this is why I'm very interested in this. Eventually, Trump has to go after, and Trump DOJ has to indict Clinton. The lifeblood of this insanity is the political power held by Bill and Hillary Clinton. That's what this is all about. If she can, and she'll, she's going to run again, and the left is going to say that she'll win, and she's going to run again. The most absurd things, like when I first heard that, they're accusing Trump of working with Russia for Facebook ads. This was in late 2016. I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing. No one's going to believe that. And of course, now it's taken hold of millions of people. When HRC runs again, and she will, they're not going to, everyone is going to just say, yeah, you know what, she can win. The gaslighting will be in full effect, and that's it. David Sirota, to be clear, listing some of the journalist awards I've won is not an effort to brag. I spend most of my days hating myself, but I'm not going to be silent if you're going to try to say I'm not a real journalist because you're too weak and faint of heart to accept. See, he wrote an article about how Beto is a fraud. And so And then they went after him. It is so like to a much lesser extent, because like I'm not as well known as any of these people. They went after me. The Daily Beast tried to hurt me. Raw Story went after me. Wonket. There's lesser known publications that are completely irrelevant. On Reddit, like all you get is like hate regarding me. A whole bunch of people like devote YouTube segments to me, and it's just because they can't defeat my arguments, so they try the ad hominem approach and just insult. Like this one guy's like, "Oh, Jacob is a lunatic." That's the way he talks, and I'm like, "Hey, let's debate." No, doesn't want. Then there's one journalist, quote unquote, writes yet another hit piece on me. This is a liberal guy who like actually defends Q and Richard Spencer. Apparently, says that I lost both debates, which is ridiculous. I won my debate with Richard Spencer. I won my debate with Jordan Sather. And because both couldn't answer specific questions that were simple questions. And this guy's like, yeah, H.A. Goodman lost both debates because he just didn't debate well. And I'm like, okay, let's debate. And crickets. I had the guy blocked and I unblocked him and said, let's debate. Crickets. But the point is, there's such a brainwashed mentality. It all goes back to the Democratic Party. It all goes back to the Democratic Party. Notice the people who are like, quote unquote, fighting the oligarchy on the left. Notice you can tell who the phony is if nobody goes after them. If nobody goes after them, writes hit pieces, you can tell who the phony is. I mean, they're going after Alan Dershowitz. They're going after David Sirota. They're going after, honestly, like David Pakman. I have a lot more respect for him now that he had to endure that injustice. A lot more respect for him. Hopefully he sees a little bit of what the left is about. Not that it's going to change his mind, but hopefully he sees the maniacal nature of people. David Sirota is an excellent journalist. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Let's see. South Korean. Thank you to my viewer in South Korea. God bless you, and we love you, and I want peace and happiness in Korea, and between North Korea and South Korea. Thank you so much for watching, and I felt that it was so beautiful when Moon Jae-in and Kim Jong-un were shaking hands, and I'm just glad that that's one of Trump's legacies, and I hope that the peace continues. And Ambassador Bushkin, thank you. And South Korea is perhaps our most important ally. I would actually say the most important ally. And I love Israel. I'm a huge supporter of Israel, but I would say South Korea is the most important ally of the United States of America. Why? Because of the history of the 20th century, because of the fact that up until recently, they were technically at war with North Korea. That was a region of the world where the Cold War never, ever stopped. South Koreans were living the Cold War up until recently, and even still, there isn't 100% peace. So, I'm on record as saying, yes, South Korea is the most important ally of the United States of America. Thank you so very, very much to my viewer in South Korea. Thank you. Then Susan Rice was like, oh, I love how they're like going after Trump. Like, you don't even know who your envoy is. Oh my god. Meanwhile, I don't want to say the word because then YouTube gets upset. But Obama called them the JV, and in the best is like when like liberal media they can't. There's no way they can spin it, so they're like, oh, Obama gonna call it JV. It's like they can't spin it, Papa D. As Google shows stuff I already know exists. Papa D, yes. Papa D, I want to tell you I love your messages very much. Mr. Hillary had her. Since she lost, she has shown the world that she is nothing but a sour old drunk. Won't make it out of the primaries. Mr. I you're right about everything you say, except I do think that because she owns the DNC, so yes, she should not make it out of the primaries. You're right. She should lose, but um I'm going to reach out to CNN this year. I still have a whole bunch of the producers. Hopefully, I can go on there and debunk some of the nonsense. This is kind of funny. This is not. We will have pork. I don't even know if I should read this. This is hilarious. I'm not going to read this. It's about bacon and pork. It's kind of funny. Anyway. Here we have Bernie. Wealth inequality. There we go. Is a profound moral issue. Okay, thanks for bowing to Hillary in 2 seconds. The 3 richest Americans cannot continue owning more wealth than the bottom half of our country. Okay. Okay, Bernie. It never ends. It never ends. The 3 richest Americans cannot continue owning more wealth than the bottom half of our country, while over 40% cannot afford the basics to live. Maybe we should grow the economy. Maybe, just possibly, there should be an emphasis on growing the economy even more to ensure that more people are working. Maybe there should be an emphasis on not, I don't know, allowing yourself to be cheated and not fighting back. And Tim Canova writes, sorry, Senator, as long as the U.S. elections are rigged and both parties corporate owned, the richest 3 Americans can indeed. Yeah, and so he's right. Tim Canova's right. But you know how that goes. You know how that goes. Democrats don't want to hear that. It all funnels. It's all funneled. Oh my God. Rand Paul tried to clown Elizabeth Warren. I don't get it. I don't get it. I actually don't get this. It's kind of funny. I don't know what he means by this. Thank you. Thank you very much. To my viewer in South Korea, thank you very, 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 very much. Um, greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated, and thank you. My goodness, thank you so very much. Thank you. Yeah, I grew up with many wonderful people, Korean Americans, and they're just amazing and wonderful people. I am very blessed to grow up with just it's a beautiful culture, beautiful people. Korean barbecue. Can I tell you how much I love Korean barbecue? I don't know if you ever go to LA, you have to go to Koreatown and you have to have Korean barbecue. But you know what? There's other places too, like all throughout the well, there's not many Korean barbecue places outside Koreatown. But if you go to Koreatown, my God, oh my God, how many people have tried Korean barbecue here? Press one if you have. Press one. I love kimchi also. Press one if you've tried Korean barbecue. Press one. Is this mic working? Press one if you've tried Korean barbecue. How good is it? Yes. It's so good. It's so good. That's true too. Oh my God, it's so good. And like I'm like a competitive eater. You have no idea. I can eat like I'm trying to lose a little weight, actually, tell you the truth. So I can look a little bit more decent in my videos, but it's the best. It's the best. Oh my God. It's so good. Little soju. Who's tried soju? That's good too. It's so good. I love the Korean people. I love Korean Americans, and I love Korean barbecue. In fact, let me see. There's this fantastic place in Koreatown. I forgot the name. Oh, oh, I know it. I know the place. It's the best. It's one of the best. It's called Haejangcheon. It's one of the best Korean barbecue places in all of LA. It's so good. It's so good. In fact, I'm going this week. It's so good. Oh my God, I'm looking at the photos now. It's just like what I remember. I haven't been there in a while. It's really, 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 really good. And then you cook the food in front of you. And there's this wonderful, also like this bean paste. I forgot the name of it, but there's this great bean paste that I can't get enough of. It's like a bean paste, but it's then there's hot sauce. I like the hot sauce. Then there's the kimchi. I like the kimchi. And you can have everything. It's like all like, different meats. And it cooks in front of you, and it's really fun. It's like an experience. It's like a real experience. Oh my God, I'm hungry now. I'm so hungry now. Big ziti. Nice. I like big ziti. I like all food. Thank you. Thank you from South Korea. Thank you very much. Um, so yeah, Korean barbecue is great. It's I think gonna be a lot more popular in the next couple of years in the United States of America. I really do. Because it's such a fun experience, you know. Um, it is a really fun experience. There not many I mean, I love food, but not many places are like an actual experience, you know. When you go to a place, you order food and not always, it's can be a lot of fun, but it's not like cooking right in front of you, so it's pretty awesome. That's true. PGTMR2. Oh, I'm a food lover. Unfortunately, I gotta relax a little bit on it. Hmm. Um, let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, I will try to be back a little later. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Rand Paul just clowned. My friend Lindsey Graham is a bit mad right now. You see, he's never seen a war end before. He's going to have to console himself with the fact that we're still in about 8 more. Oh, my God. I know it'll be hard for him, but I think he'll get by. Ah, yes. Wait, is this a parody account? No, it's actually, oh my God, Rand Paul. I love this guy. He's great. You know what would be game over if Pence steps down and it's Rand Paul Trump? That's game over right there. That would be game over. Oh, but then, yeah. I haven't seen a senator who loves war so much than this Star Wars sequel. You think that the Star Wars guy? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my God, that's hilarious. What? Is this a parody account? This is hilarious. It can't. No, I'm looking right here at 2.39 million. He has a funny. He has a funny picture of Ted Cruz. That's hilarious. Oh my God, that's so funny. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. God bless all of you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. To my super chat, thank you. I will be back hopefully later. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you soon. Thank you.